So, in other news, we saw The Boy and the Heron.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
And
Oh Lord, it's coming.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's here.
I have never watched a Miyazaki film ever in my life.
There's a door, Spade. Come on.
And this was my first, I guess, iteration of it.
Yeah, sure.
And like I said in our short, I thought this movie was visually amazing. At some points, I turned around to Johnny and I was like, yo, this scene looks like real life. Like, this was great.
And I said, welcome to the world of Miyazaki.
Yep,
my
that's his
friend.
exact words. Yeah, yeah. As the,
Yep.
as the movie's playing. And I really, look, I enjoyed it. But there was just something off. And
Okay.
I think the only person that could answer that question as to why it was off is our pal Grim.
Hi. Okay, so honestly, Spade, I do have like a couple of questions though. What was it that like you didn't like about it? Because obviously, like you said, like there's something off about it. So what was off? What is it something that you didn't understand? And I'm not trying to like crap on you or anything.
It wasn't that I didn't understand it. Like, I like paying attention to a movie. I mean, you should. You're watching a movie. You
Yeah.
should be paying attention to the whole thing. But I don't know, man. It's felt like the way it abruptly ended, the way the story, like it felt like it dragged on. It was like it kept going and going, and you're like, what? Like, why is it changing up now? Why is it going from point A to point C back to point B again? It's like it was so much going on, and not that I'm saying it was bad, but it's like you really need to pay attention. Like if you blinked or if you coughed and you missed something that they said or did, and now you lost.
Let me just settle in here for a hot second.
Yeah, just think about it. Take your time. We'll be here all day.
I mean, listen, I'm here for you guys. Anyway, so the thing with Miyazaki movies, they are marvels essentially. Like they are spectacles of Japanese animation. The number one selling point is what you also just critiqued is it's so beautiful, it's stunning. This is some of like the Miyazaki animation is the bar set. It's as smooth as butter, essentially. Because we went to go see The Boy and the Heron with a friend of ours. And I actually talked to him about it like after the movie because he's never been like the biggest anime fan or anything. I talked to him and he looks at that and he's like, I think I want to start getting into anime. What do you suggest for me to start getting into this? And I'm like, stop, really? And yes, absolutely.
Well, it also
So-
helps that he's an art teacher. So
Well, that is also true, but he also did say like, no, I'm going to reference this like in my class. And I'm like, you should, because even in like some of like the stills of like characters not moving all that much, there's still movement of like a character just like eating rice out of a bowl or something. You still see the creases in the cheek and things are like still moving or rippling or something like that. A brow is getting furled without you even noticing it. Like I said, crisp animation, top tier art style. The storytelling, I kind of talked to you guys about it like a little afterwards after we stopped filming like our reactions. This was essentially a story about death and acceptance, if you really think about it. Without getting too into it, we have a boy who has lost his mother. A new woman is brought into his life, and he has to try to like cope with that and live with her a little bit. And she's great. She's very nice. But we do see her wandering into like this fantastic place, which could be considered the afterlife. And we do have the heron, who is also guiding this boy throughout the afterlife. And is, I guess you could call him, like, in a sense, like a reaper or death if you so desire or if you want to. And while this boy is also this boy, mind you, his entire being for this is, well, my dad likes her. Very rarely did he say that, like, no, I want to find her. It's like, well, my dad likes her.
Like he's doing it for the dad.
And
not
I
for-
love my dad.
Yeah.
Right, but not to get into spoilers, but towards the end of the movie, it changes. But yeah,
Yes.
I get that. I understand that. But there's things like that you don't like. You really need to pay attention in order to
Well,
see that it's happening.
Part of it is that. Part of it is like you just have to accept what he throws on screen at you, because there are things that like it's like Miyazaki-isms that like and I'm coming as like a very limited somebody with very limited experience with Miyazaki movies. That this is my second one rather than my first. I've only ever seen Spirited Away, which is highly regarded as like the best Miyazaki
That
film.
is top tier. That is, if it's not one, it's number 2.
Yeah, and I mean, like there are all the themes that you will get in like that movie or like any Miyazaki movie. I'm assuming, at least, 'cause I've yet to see them all, but you were definitely getting them in this movie too. And like you said before, like just what got me was just the focus on the calm. Like the movie took its time. I love the scenes where it was just quiet and you were just hearing like the sound design too was amazing.
Oh,
just
1000%.
Like every little thing, every action that was being shown on screen, you heard of like a crisp, like pinpoint accurate representation of that sound that would be coming from them. Like the footsteps, like the eating with utensils or scratching or whatever, grass, like all that stuff was just so accurately done. Yeah, like then so like that, and they were always done in like a very quiet setting. So it had like those very calm moments that like you just had to just sit back and just take it all in and appreciate. But then the plot would move forward, and all of a sudden you were just introduced into this, when not just one but several crazy ass worlds that with very crazy ass random inhabitants. I don't even know to call them species or just beings. And there are things that are they're random, but like that's just Miyazaki's style. Like it's not that you're not paying attention. It's just like, yeah, no, this is what's randomly happening right now, and you need to just accept the fact that this is how it works, with how this world works.
Okay. So I had a few days to sit on this after seeing the film.
Yeah, many threats later. Go on.
Many threats later. I'm lucky I'm still alive. So I can respect it as a whole. It was a giant, great artwork. I can respect it from the artistic direction. However, one word to describe like you and fans of this director and that animation: niche.
Niche.
Yep. Really?
Because I feel like I'm with Spade on this. Like, I wasn't familiar with this director. I haven't seen any of his previous films, and especially with anime, even though this is completely different, it was still, when we reviewed the Scott Pilgrim show on Netflix, I feel like this is your world and we're living in it.
Very much so. Yeah, well, listen, it doesn't just have to be my world. It could be everyone's world, Pancakes.
It was very artsy.
Come with me, and
Well,
you'll be
if you're not
in
into,
a world full of anime.
that's the thing. Like if you're not like so into anime, if you're not fully into like fantastical worlds, that you just have to accept that this is what you're seeing on screen.
But
I get his point. Like
I understand. Here's the thing, though. Studio Ghibli, the studio that did this, they do all the Hayao Miyazaki of films. This is usually the gateway for a lot of anime fans.
I can believe it.
I feel like and like we said, like this was like a gateway for our friend who, like, I hope does continue to watch like anime and maybe like, even if not that, just like more Studio Ghibli films. He probably won't, but still.
But my gateway for anime was like this, like so many other shows that we've talked about off air that I rather. But this particular film, I stand by what I said in the short. Like, you have to be a fan of the director and this particular style. The pacing was off. It certainly dragged at certain times. A few things that I like. The voice, at least from the English voice cast perspective.
That is something else we need to talk about. Yes, I'm sorry.
William Dafoe as the weird Birdman, Heron, Dave Bautista as as the king of the parakeets. Those were perfectly cast.
Let's,
Mark Hamill.
I was about to say, let's
Yeah.
How does he
remember
miss Mark-
the
You
started-
biggest one, Mark Hamill.
You started with William Dafoe, who actually had the smallest role in the entire movie. I was
Yeah.
shocked at how
No, it
little he
just-
was in it.
but like
I would say
if
Dave Bautista probably did,
like,
but I hear you.
He literally had 3 lines.
Yeah,
see-
he died.
We see the main boy, initially he's enemies with this weird Birdman, and then he's rescuing him.
Yes.
And then we're in this magical world. First, he's in a world where it's the war going on. I'm assuming it was World War II, and was it World War One, World War II?
Like World War
It was
II.
two,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
So this
Two.
war.
It was
he
two.
moved-
which was great.
His
I
mother
love that.
dies in a bombing. He moves to a new. So he's struggling. He gets to a fight in the school, so there's no problems. Then all of a sudden, this magical world appears out of nowhere, and then he meets all these
Yes.
creatures, and spoiler with the twist at the end.
I was about to say, Pancakes, let's give people a reason to go see this movie. I want them to go see it, not just listen to us.
So what happened was he had some mushrooms and he started seeing everything. It turned
Spade,
into
come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was like Alice in
I
Wonderland.
felt like at certain, I felt like at certain points I was on shrooms without actually taking them.
Wow.
Because the movie.
No taste.
Look,
for
usually,
both of you.
Usually when
I-
let me just say this. Usually I'm the guy like, oh, everybody has to see this movie. Why didn't you see the movie? And I'm the one saying it. For once, I'm on the other end. This movie, at the end of the day, I can respect it as an art piece and artwork that it is. The movie, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
You know?
it's
You're
fair.
fired.
Sorry
That's
to
fair.
crap.
No,
all over,
no, no, no.
Sorry to crap all over it, Grim. But
There's a difference between like crapping all over the movie and it just not being for you. And I do respect your opinion. I value it, even though it's wrong. And I'm going to sit you down, tie you down to a chair, and show you more Miyazaki films.
Right, but the point is that Pancakes is not really crapping on it.
No, he's not.
He sees
Absolutely
it
not.
from a different perspective, and
Yes.
he's just like, I liked it, but there was something about it that didn't make me love it.
Yeah.
This is what it comes down to, though. It's just like if you I feel like everybody needs to experience at least one Miyazaki movie in their life.
Yes,
That's what
absolutely.
I think the notion really should be. This movie, if you never saw a Miyazaki movie before, I don't think this is the movie to go into. I still think Spirited Away is definitely the gateway
That is
drug.
perfectly
if there is
fine.
one.
That was, I'll be completely honest. Mine was House Moving Castle.
Yeah, sure.
That was mine. And I think Spade, because I'm just thinking out loud right now, I think you would really be a fan of Princess Mononoke. That is
that one I want to see next.
yeah. That we
Sounds like it's up my alley.
guys.
Just-
no,
Do they have
listen,
like exploding
Spade.
cars and stuff?
No, Spade.
Ah, damn.
I know it sounds the way that sounds. To the people who know, they know, and you'll know too. And we're gonna rope
I'm
in
down.
Pancakes for this, but okay. So also there is something else that I did want to address that like led us all to this debate and everything. When this movie came, like we have a sit down, we chat with each other, and we say, guys, what are we gonna go see this weekend? And I believe 3 out of 4 of us said, oh, let's go see Wonka. Yeah, Wonka sounds good. Oh, we got to go see Wonka. And to no one's surprise whatsoever, I kind of put my foot down on this one and said, no. I think we need to go see The Boy and the Heron for one simple reason. No one is talking about it. And at one point, a lot of people were talking about this movie because it was revealed at one point that this was supposed to be Hayao Miyazaki's last film. And people were losing their minds about it. Like, oh my God, this is it. This is I have to go see this movie. It's going to be his last one. My God. And then it came out that, no, it's not the last one. And it dropped immediately. All the buzz about it dropped. And I'm like, hang on a second. We talked about this movie for a bit. And it's a Miyazaki film. What's wrong with it? Because I went in thinking like the worst. And I came out. I'm like, it was a Miyazaki film. It was great. It was awesome.
Well,
there
you know
was
what it is,
nothing
too?
bad about it.
The buzz that was surrounding this movie was all about the fact that it was most likely his last film.
But that's the thing,
So-
though.
he is 82 years old.
So
That-
if
yes.
fans were going in expecting like the best Miyazaki film, like that all the other Miyazaki films have been adding to this moment, and like they were expecting something huge, I don't think they would have left the theater thinking that.
Well, obviously not, because I just said, like, I loved it for it being a Miyazaki film. Is it my favorite movie of the year? No, it is not.
Right.
There were definitely like better movies that essentially came out this year. Miyazaki has put out better movies than this one. Is it his worst one? No.
Now, do you think it deserves an award in animation above, let's say, this Across the Spider-Verse that came out this year? That's currently that this year at least got captured the hearts of all the animation fans out there.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't think you can ask me that because this is the freshest thing in my head right now. And I don't think I could give a truly unbiased answer. But after just seeing a Miyazaki film literally like 2 days ago, I'm going to say, hell yes. Absolutely yes.
Okay.
But again, just saw this movie a couple days ago. So it's got to marinate a little bit. Probably have to go see Across the Spider-Verse again to make a decision on that. But yeah.
I probably have to watch The Boy and the Heron again to...
Pancakes, we have to put you on a list. We have to put you on a marathon for Miyazaki films. I'm going to indoctrinate you.
Is it going to be... What
are you talking about? You're going to be right next to him. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, you are.
I'm thinking of like that Netflix movie that came out where like people were dying by looking at something, and then like there was a guy that like had like an old woman's eyes open, like forcing her to look at something. I'm trying to remember what that movie was.
About? That sounds right up my alley.
Oh my god, it came out.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to know.
I think it was Bird Box actually. It might have been Bird Box.
Oh god. Oh no, I take it back. No.
Yeah,
no.
it might have been that movie. But
wait, with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
No, absolutely. No, I saw that on Netflix, and I'm just like, this is just a bad Quiet Place.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't like it either. Anyway, I'm just saying we gotta like maybe tape his eyes open, and force him to watch it again.
Oh,
you
listen, I'll do that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, those are our thoughts.
Oh, mostly mine.
You know what?
90%.
Right. There's only so much we could say about a movie without spoiling it or anything like that. There's also so much we could say about, the inexperience that we have about this movie. At least 2 out of the 4. So we're simple-minded individuals that trying to keep it simple. And I hope that everybody else thinks the same way. So with that said, let us know what you guys think. Are we right? Are we wrong? Is there something better than a Miyazaki anime? Let us know. Tell us.
Cowboy Bebop.
Well, if that's the
I'm
case,
joking.
I could go with Kira.
So that's my anime jam. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So with that said, that's pretty much it. That's all we got to say. On that note, I think it's time to
wrap things up
and roll.
Are you saying
those credits?
Let's roll credits.
And
roll credits.
Also follow us on social media down in the links below.
Guys, we have a TikTok now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there. We have a TikTok now.
Links to all that in the description.
Yep.
And like and subscribe while you're down there as well.
That'd be nice.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
And now, roll credits.
Roll credits.
We are out.
That's it. We're out. Roll them.